live? I think we're live. Hello, chat. Hello. It's been a while. Let me open chat real quick. And let me send out a notification that I'm live. For people watching the VOD, hello. Good to see you all. It's been a while that I streamed. Fuck my life. This is the second stream of the year, and it's like almost March. Oops. Oopsie. I'll promise I'll be back with a DJ stream soon as well. But it was ASOT last weekend, for those who don't know. Or didn't know. So I thought it would be nice to kind of catch up with the new area and stuff. Yo, Tex! Hey ho, don't ask me why I'm awake. Yeah, good question. Good seeing you, man. How you doing? How you doing? So yeah, I figured that since ASOT's over, would be nice to kind of reflect on it. Time to discuss the new location, everything that happened. Yeah, good man, miss you guys. Oh, next year, yes. Next year you should join. But you know, one thing, before you know it, it's gonna be summer and you're gonna be here again for Tomorrowland and stuff, right? Because I assume you're coming for Tomorrowland and stuff. Europe trip number 3, right? So yeah. Yeah. Good. So yeah. I figured with ASOT being over, let's reflect a bit on it. Because, wait, I should actually do a quick ping on Discord. If Agatha hasn't done it yet. I don't think she did. Let me do it real quick. Sorry, chat. In the meanwhile, I'll try to say. So, for those who don't know. Yo, Agatka, thank you for the resub. Let's go. Let me do the alert real quick. At everyone. Just copy paste real quick. Doesn't work. Great. Yo, Rexco, thank you for the resub. Let me twitch.tv/ToneRoss. There you go. I'm not gonna say anything. Just add everyone. There, go. Check. Okay. Oh, Tex. Oh. Also, let me actually make the chat line up a bit proper. Yo, Sandra, thank you for the resub. Hey! Oh! Hey! Wait, fuck my life. I forgot my windows open. Wait. Ah! My neighbor's gonna murder me. I got new neighbors, so I should keep them like keep them friendly with me. Let me fix the chat real quick. Yo, Todd! No, leave it open. Let them hear your beautiful voice. I'm not so sure they think it's beautiful though. Yo, Todd, good seeing you. Good seeing y'all in chat. I know, second stream of the year. I know, very bad. Haven't done a single DJ stream this year. But I promise, it'll come. I actually need to record a set for Trans at the S. Either today or tomorrow. Probably gonna be lazy and do it tomorrow. So, more info about that soon. So, there will be DJ streams, don't worry. Yo, Sveta. That's his annoying neighbor. No, he left. Yeah. Finally. So, actually, be careful what you wish for. Because my annoying neighbor left. But there's now a guy living there. And he's never alone. I don't know why he's never alone. And in the middle of the night, he goes like bang, bang, bang on the wall. Like while I'm sleeping and stuff. So, I mean, I haven't met the guy. So, maybe... I don't know what he's doing there, but be careful what you wish for, right? No! Is there a new Dino Dance? why do we get this shit? What the fuck is this? Twitch, what the fuck? Oh, it's just for Pokemon Day. But that's even weird. Okay, so just today we get a weird dino. Ah, yeah, and Tex lives in the future. So yeah, if it's safe for Tex, then we'll probably get the old one back soon. Yo, Jolamy, how you doing? So okay, let's start the ASOT topic, because I think we have a lot to catch up on. Before I start, before I give my opinion and this sort of stuff, what do you guys think of the new location? For everyone who was there, how did you experience the new location, especially compared with Jaarbeurs? So, I will go through my opinion in a bit, but I just want to know what you guys think first. Yeah, it was always a Utrecht thought, but they had to just demolish the main hall of Jaarbeurs, so where the main stage was. So they moved this year from Utrecht to Rotterdam. Yeah, yikes. Big yikes. But yeah, so RIP. It's in Rotterdam now. That's why the anthem is Destination and all. Just giving a quick heads up, because I'm not sure if Todd has been following what's going on. Yo, Houtje! Move it to Iowa. We have a big EDM following here, Kappa. Yes! Next destination. I mean, still better than Rotterdam, just saying. Just saying. See, my question is, why not Rai? To be honest, I have my theory, especially seeing what Ruben mentioned in Discord too. But before I get to all that, I want to know your opinions, guys. For everyone who was there, what did you think? Oh, Sandra, very good, very clean, quite relaxed, but not more people. I've heard it was good, but it was a maze, kinda. But you know, Jaarbeurs was a maze too. Only thing I'll mention is that walking times are a lot less now, because everything is way more compact. But yeah, it was a maze, but so was Jaarbeurs. Just the thing with Jaarbeurs is everyone was used to it, and now it's like completely new venue that you have to get used to again. I vote for Utrecht. In Ahoy it felt like a small scale event, but not like usual ASOT, which felt... Why did the music die? Ah, there's the music, okay. I kinda agree, Seta. My guess is dollar. I think this plays a role too. So I will mention first. So one thing that was very clear this edition is that there was a lot of promo in and around Rotterdam. And if you look at the posters and everything, that there's a lot of like sponsors from organizations that want to promote Rotterdam. So I figure, I mean, which was really cool, by the way. I will say it's really cool to come to a festival and the whole city has flags and trams decorated, you know, on the big station, a big cube with lights. You could really see that they were going for like sort of ADE kind of vibe. Is the music loud? Here, maybe, is this better? Oh no, this is my mic. Great job, Ross. Is this better? We'll put the mic a bit higher too, because it's kind of lower. Let me know if this is, I mean, the music just stopped. Great. Maybe Feyenoord sponsored ASOT. Thank God they did not. Thank God they did not. One thing. Kudos for whoever during the destination set decided to play Ramsterdam. I was like, everyone's like, ah, it's so beautiful. I was like, some Amsterdam in here. Okay, yeah, everyone's complaining about the music. Sorry. I hope it's better now. I hope it's better. Yeah, exactly, Tex. Exactly, Tex. And no. Then it would be like basically Feyenoord Stadium. Everyone away, every away fan from Amsterdam is banned. So it'd be like ID Amsterdam out. Hell, when I found out ASOT was in Rotterdam, I thought you would catch on fire when you entered the city. Yeah, to be honest, true. Why is there no above and beyond running in the background? Because it's DMCA. This is why I always have the lo-fi stuff, because there's no copyright on it. I can leave the VOD up. This is why. Because if I'm gonna go full trance, right, it's gonna be like VOD taken down, rip. That's the end of that. Did it feel like a small ADE? It felt like they tried. I don't think they're quite there yet. One thing, so many stuff was so obviously just yoinked from ADE. Like every stage had the small A State of Trance cube, which was really cool. But it was like, where have I seen this before? Alright, gonna go back to work. Have a good stream. Thanks, Todd. Thanks for joining. It was good seeing you, buddy. You should be more on Discord, buddy. Been a while. Be more on Discord. But yeah, it was like, it was kind of like, this feels a bit too much yoinked from ADE. I like the concept, cause I'll tell a bit of a story. So I don't know if I'm gonna tell stuff that I should be telling, but a guy from Alda, he shared in the Armin Discord mods, like, hey, we are planning to do day events. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And I gave a couple suggestions, and I literally said, maybe you guys want to try to make a mini ADE out of it. And they were like, yeah, that's a nice idea. And then there was actually an interview with Armin after the tram set, where he literally said, we're gonna try to make it like a mini ADE. I was like, okay, I don't want to be like, hey, it's my idea or something. But I was like, they picked it up! Let's go! But yeah. And then, especially with the cubes, it felt like they picked it up a bit too much. Like, if they would have just done an ASOT logo or something, right? It was like, okay, you know? Kind of going for something to... Because even during the day conferences, they had the cubes, right? In the tram, they had the cube. In the hotel, they had the cube, right? To kind of... Just like ADE has the cubes at, like, locations that are ADE related, right? So they kind of went for this, but to just go straight, like, for a straight up cube with a State of Trance on it is kind of like, you could have just done like a print out of an ASOT logo, or I don't know, a triangle, right? Or I don't know, something different than a cube. But it's like, nope, just straight up cube. Just straight up cube. Wait, let me show you the cubes. I have pictures. I will say, it was cool. Especially also during the day events and stuff. To kind of remind you like, hey, you're at ASOT. Especially at the ASOT hotel. They really managed to do well to kind of keep showing that it's a State of Trance event. Wait, let me show you. Here you go. Look at this. There it is. Yeah, sorry, blurry cube. At Area 5 they didn't have a cube, sadly. Here, wait. Here I'll be able to show you. Look. You see the cube? You see the cube? This is straight up ADE, right? How were the lineups? I'll get to that in a bit. Maybe I can show here as well. Look at the cube. Don't tell me this is not just straight up ADE. Don't tell me this is not just straight up ADE. But I mean, they went for like the mini ADE vibe, right? So it makes sense, but I was like, just go for like, how difficult is it to just change the shape, right? A triangle, a circle, right? It was a bit too much of, let's be ADE, right? But I do think it's cool. I wish they did this in Utrecht too, where it really is like, okay, it's a city takeover, right? Like, it's we take over the city. This is now a state of trance town, right? That's sustainable merchandise. You can use it for multiple events, which might save money. Of course, but I mean, I think it's cool. Just want to state out, I think it's cool, right? Like, because it also just shows, like, okay, you're at the right spot, but also, like, keeps on reminding you, like, oh, there's a big event going on, right? It's not just another festival. It's a state of trance, right? I think it's cool. But it's just the shape. It's like, hey, it's literally the ADE cube, right? Yeah, exactly what Agatha says. Can I copy your runway? Yes, but don't make it too obvious. It's literally this. But yeah, also the flags in the town, right? Tax. You know what happens when you do that? You get bam bam in Rotterdam. You know what happens when you wear Rotterdam stuff in Amsterdam? Nobody gives a shit. But when you do that in Rotterdam, they fuck you up. They fuck you up. Actually, at some point, because I had some issues with some staff at the venue. But I always have shit with people in Rotterdam. And I'm not sure if that's because of how the people in Rotterdam are. Or if that's because when I talk to them, they hear that I'm from Amsterdam and then the shit starts. But yeah, like, okay. But I'll get to the spoilers for in a bit because it's some issues I had with the venue. I'll get to that later. I know one girl working at the ticketing just to attend, but she's not from Rotterdam. Okay. So, actually, about the Amsterdam stuff. I wish Ruben released his fucking Ebenezer merch already. Because, you know, Ebenezer is like the middle name of Brian Brobby, who plays for Ajax. So, it's kind of an Ajax reference. Without directly being Ajax. I would have loved to wear that. And be like, hey, they don't know what I'm wearing, but I know. I know. I was actually chatting with Nina, and we were both like, like because Nina and I were kind of talking about being from Amsterdam and in Rotterdam and this sort of stuff, and she was mentioning like, oh, I want to wear an Ajax scarf. It's like, yeah, that's a death wish. that would be a death wish. Would be fun to do, but would be a death wish. Yeah, she did the ticketing start of night, so after one. Like she was part of the Team Alda kind of stuff. No, it's not called Team Alda, but it's like a volunteer thingy, right? Like you work until a certain time and then you basically get to enjoy the event for free, right? Because they were walking around for a bit. I've seen some like job applications for it. It's called Team something, but it's basically volunteer, right? But yeah, so, where to start? Because we were talking about lineup and venue. I'll start talking about venue first. Because, yeah, I think it's the main thing about this ASOT is that it's, like, completely different venue. Right? Like, let me get the map real quick. A state of trance. Let me get the map real quick. Here you go. Let me just change the screen real quick. Just to kinda... oh, I don't know why the music stopped. I'm blind, where is it? There it is. So yeah. as you can see, new venue, obviously. So, what I liked about the venue, I'll start with what I liked, because they're, believe it or not, there's stuff I like. The venue is kind of modern, so unlike Jaarbeurs, which is kind of old, right? It's just very modern and very clean. Especially some areas like Area 3 are like mwah, mwah. So Area 3 is where basically the techno stuff was happening, right? Where Armin did the back-to-backs and stuff. Visuals were on point, size was on point, music was on point. Very nice place. Very, very, very nice stage, right? And in general, I say that most areas are bigger compared to Jaarbeurs, except for the main stage. So Area 1 is smaller, right? Which is very noticeable. When you walk in, it's not like oomph, right? I mean, it's still big, but it's not as huge as Jaarbeurs was, right? And maybe it gave that impression because the stage was a bit more forward too. Because they had, as you can see clearly here. I'll show it on pictures too. I mean, you can see it here. They allowed people to go behind, right? So it's a bit more forward, so it might have looked a bit smaller too. On top of it already being smaller. So this probably gave off more of a vibe of being smaller, right? I will say something about about Area 1, which was weird. So, maybe I can zoom a bit more here, right? You can't really see it, but it says VIP deck here, right? So, there's something weird going on. So, basically, you'd figure everyone behind there is VIP. But this was not the case. They had the VIP deck going all the way around the back. And that was it. This part. So actually all the people you see at the front here. So you see some people above here. Those are VIP. The ones down are general. I mean, they could have VIP too. But it's basically general access. Right? So they had little stairs here. Just so that everyone could join. Which was weird, but I thought was kind of cool. So, everyone with VIP was annoyed. Because they were like, I have VIP and I'm all the way in the back. What the fuck? Which makes sense. But at the same time, I thought it was kind of cool that they kind of made it accessible for everyone. So it's not like, oh, if you have a lot of money and you pay a lot of money, you get to see Armin up close from behind. Or whatever DJ up close from behind. But now it's kind of like, you have a ticket and you're a dedicated fan, go for it, right? It's all yours. It's still weird, I'll admit that. Because, you know, if you have a VIP deck all the way around. And then it's like because let me show you how the VIP deck looked from behind. Right? If I can find it. Wait, let me switch camera real quick before I dox anything by accident. Because we did on the first day, I did a little walk around. So look, this is how it looks like from the VIP deck. And you'll notice straight away. And this was when it was quiet during Laura van Dam, right? You see that you see people in front. Which is weird, right? So, you know, you pay a lot of money and then you basically look at people their backs, right? You can't really, like, there's no point to basically being behind there as a VIP. But I do think it's cool that it's like accessible for everyone. But they shouldn't have just done this like, oh yeah, the VIP can go behind, right? Like all the way in the back, right? In the naughty corner, right? They should have just done everything general or like don't be like, oh, the VIPs can go all the way in the naughty corner. Yo, Natalia! Was nice meeting you! Finally! Finally! It's actually a very good photo by you, Russ. Thanks. I actually tried to take a lot of pictures of this sort of stuff. Yo, Mata. I tried to take a lot of pictures for this because I knew I would probably do a stream about it. So I was keeping in mind either to send to Agata to give a little impression or just for a stream, you know? So yeah, there's area 1, which is just in general, it was weird. Also, what you mentioned, Tex, like everyone going for the boiler room vibe nowadays, this is kind of what was kind of disappointing about it. Because I feel like they just kind of left the whole stage design. Like they just skipped all that. They were just like, let's put LED screens. Like a big LED screen. Not too big, but just something. So we did the stage design. And let's just be people behind. I feel it's kind of lacking stage design. And this is what I found kind of... Especially compared to Area 3. Because Area 3 was very cool. Area 3 felt more main stage than the main stage. I'll get back to that later. I'll show you. But post it on Google Maps. Maybe I will. Actually, good idea. But I just feel like they kind of didn't do a lot of commitment on stage design because of that. Because they wanted the boiler room vibe. Which, I don't know. It not really my thing. So, let's go to Area 2. Let's keep it in chronological order, which was weird. Because Area 2 had no camps and no stream. And Area 2 did not feel like a main stage. In general, this area was very quiet. I don't think I've seen this place full ever during the entire weekend. The tall screen in stage 2 was all I watched because I wanted techno, haha. Yeah, I'll get back to that. Because I thought Area 3 was mwah. There were some issues with it. I'll get back to that later. Because let's stick with Area 2 for now. Let me just check chat real quick. Yeah, I agree, Natalia. I agree. It was so nice to have the group together. Especially during Majek's set. It was so nice that everyone just came for that. That was so cool. So before I go to stage design, I'll just tell. So during the day event, because I went to 2 day events, right? I went to the Discord meetup, did a little mod Q&A together with Days and Hout and Nina. And I went to the State of Trance Q&A. And I had a short chat with Ruben after the Q&A. And I told him, like, hey, sorry, right? Like, it's gonna be your first time ever I'll do that, but I'm gonna skip part of your set, right? Because basically, he had 2 sets, right? On Saturday. He had a warm-up set, which went on to, like, a main stage set of 30 minutes. And he had an Area 2 set for an hour. And basically, Magic was squeezed right in between that. So the 30 minutes main stage set is when Magic started. Let me show the timetable. Rather than explaining it, let's just show. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Saturday timetable. Yeah, there you go. If it wants to load, no, it does not. Typical. Let me see if I can. No, there you go. There you go. Let me change screen again. So yeah, look. So Ruben was playing a opening set, which went on to a main stage set. And then later on he was playing Area 2 from 11 till 12. But Magic was playing Area 5 from 10 till 11. So basically, I had to leave Ruben early to go to Magic. And I would arrive late during Ruben's second slot, right? So when I met up with Ruben, I basically was like, hey, sorry, this is gonna be your first time ever. This is gonna be first time ever. I'm gonna miss parts of your sets, right? So sorry for that, right? And who, which is really cool. I think one of the reasons why we love Ruben, because he was like, dude, what the fuck? You don't have to apologize for that. You better be at Majek. You better be at Majek. So, yeah. Which is sad. On one hand, kind of sad, because I know Ruben had the vocalist on stage. So, I had to miss that. But it was so cool to see everyone show up for Majek's set. I think only a handful of people didn't show up. And, you know, up to them, right? But most of us were all there, which was so cool to see. Which was so cool to see. Oh, you guys made it just in time for set 2. We didn't. We didn't. I came kind of late. I mean, you guys know, because I joined late. He's handful getting banned! Maybe. You were the Magic set? Bop! Ban! They shoot. Nah. Up to people, right? I do get that it's a very expensive festival ticket, right? So I do get that some people might want to, you know. I'm not going to mention names because it's going to feel like shaming or whatever, right? And I don't want to do that. But I know some people, like, they wanted to see Armin, right? They were like, oh, if we leave main stage, then we're not getting back in, right? And fair enough, right? So I'm not gonna talk shit. You know, it's a festival. People pay like sometimes a fuck ton of amount of money to you know see certain artists, right? Very expensive. It was fucking expensive. Not the ticket swap tickets. But if you actually bought the tickets normally, it was fucking expensive. Oh, it was freaking expensive. Sorry, Hout. Sorry, Hout. Please don't ban me, Hout. I know, I used F word. Ah, screw it. It cost me 2k euro to come over. I'd still... Ah, that is dedication. That is dedication. Money come back, memories never. A chance to... this is true. This is true. But just in general, I think it's so cool that everyone, even though, because, you know, we're all part of Ruben's group, right? So many of us just went to see Majek. It was so nice to see. Okay. I'll just say, before I start about... no, I'm gonna, because I wanted to talk about Majek's set, but I think Majek will probably join himself in a bit. So I'm gonna leave that for when he's here. But so I'm gonna continue about the stages, right? I was pretty sick. Yeah, shout out to Hout, because Hout was so sick he couldn't join on Friday. He joined on Saturday just for Majek's set. Again, now that is dedication, right? So, shout out to Hout. He was fire. Yes, he was. He did such a cool set. Kind of unique too. Okay, I so want to spoil a bit more, but I'll come back to it later. I'll once we are at Area 5, I'll use Magic Set as an example, and then I'll continue about Magic Set. It was the first time I saw Armin live, and I felt like a sardinic. Yeah. I mean, in Utrecht it was already like, they would close the stage for Armin because it was too full. But now with a smaller stage, it was even more. Like, holy shit. Like, and so many. Okay, this was something that's surprising compared to Utrecht. So many weirdos this year. So many drugged out people, or people just on a completely different planet. Like, just like it was very, very different compared to Utrecht. And not to say that, like, oh, because it's in Rotterdam, these people suddenly show up. But certainly a certain amount of people were attracted, who were kind of a bit too much on a different planet, right? Let's say they weren't present in Rotterdam. Actually, during Armin's destination set, at some point there was, because Magic and I were like both like near the front. There was this guy who just at some point just fell over. I came checking because I thought he blacked out, right? He was okay, he just lost his balance. And as soon as I checked up, he just started talking to me, but he was like still like this, right? I was like, oh boy, he's gonna fall again. And now he's talking to me, so he's just gonna fall over on me, right? But yeah, and just in general, like lots of people, like especially with the like you were already like sardines, and some people were like jumping around like that, right? And just being very annoying to people. And this happened more than just once. It's not like the same person every now, like again and again. Like just like at Utrecht, of course, you also had like drugged out people. It's like at every festival, right? But this year it was a lot more than usual. Fire hooligans. Nah, they won't go to a state of trance. They go to Thunderdome. Nothing wrong with a couple of disco pickies. Just don't be a weird guy. Exactly. Should have slightly pushed him to the side. Dude, you're annoying. Pop! Like Domino. Nah. Bit said I only saw 2 stages of the new location. Well, at least one thing, Hout. Next time you're in Rotterdam again, it's gonna be complete. You're gonna be like, oh, new destination! Ah! I'm trying to find the Rotterdam terror curves just for the logo, to be honest. Yeah. Yes, Tex. You better wear an Ajax t-shirt under it to make up for it. But yeah, okay. Let me continue about the stages, because I was talking about Area 2. So Area 2 didn't feel like an Area 2. It was kind of weird. I will show pictures, because it was a nice stage, right? Let me, here. So they had this like big thing in the middle, hanging there. So they didn't have an LED screen like normally here, but like through the middle, right? Which was unique. Even cool, I'd say. Just it didn't feel like an Area 2. It felt like Area 3, to be honest. Even though Area 3 was called Area 2. Area 2 was Area 3, Area 3 was Area 2. At least that's how it felt like to me. Watch your words now. My friend is trying to convert me to Alkmaar. Not happening. Why? They don't have power or water, I assume. Why? Well, AZ is like you have Ajax, you have Feyenoord, you have PSV. And then you have like AZ. Like just hanging in there, right? Like not even hanging in there. It's like they want to be part of it, but they're not. They're like, as soon as one of the other teams are doing bad, it's like their time to shine, right? And that's AZ. Hout! No! Unmod, Ben Houtvlot. Nah. I know. But this is what I mean about AZ. It's like, yeah, we are awesome. Because, you know, Ajax is doing bad. If Ajax is doing great, PSV is doing great, if Feyenoord is doing great, nobody talks about AZ. Just saying. Sorry, Agatha. I'll shut up. Yo, Dirty Beefs. Hi, Popcorn. So, yeah, Area 2 was cool. Just kind of weird that they didn't have a cam either. Like, I don't know. I thought it was weird. Like, no cam, no stream, no... It was like the big number 2, but there was... This sounded weird. Taking a number 2 at area 2. Oh, no. Okay, Ross, stop it. So, but yeah, it was a cool stage. It just felt a bit like it should get more love. Yo, Chris? So, let's talk about Area 3. Because Area 3 was my personal highlight of the venue. Holy shit. Holy shit, the stage was cool. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was cleaning up after dinner. Yeah, we're not going to see Armin. I think for us is now enough. Not sure I got in about 80 at this point. RIP. Big number 2. Sorry. Sorry, I know. I know. Oh, okay, chat is getting weird now. No, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned number 2s. Okay, so Area 3. Area 3 was super cool, especially if you're FIP. Because the FIP entrance is right here. You walk right into Area 3. You have your lockers here. You go straight into Area 3. Bam. Area 3, mind-blowing. What a cool stage. Let me show you. Look at this. Don't tell me this doesn't remind of Printworks. Right? This is just Printworks. Printworks but bigger. I thought it was mwah. Let me see if I can quickly... Let me see if I can quickly shut down the music, because I don't want to get DMCA just for like... Ah! Ah! Here you go. Look at this. How sick is this? This felt like the main stage to me. In my book, this was the main stage. Like, I every time I was at this stage, I was enjoying. I'm happy they recorded this stage. Your best stage. By far. By far. Just awesome. Just awesome stage. Really. Like, let me show some more. Here you go. Again, I don't wanna... No music, no music. Please no music. Please no music. Oh, okay. Music is still switched off. Slow corruption into the tournament. I'm already a techno head too. Hilo was freaking lit. Yeah. He what a banging set. What a banging set. Magic and I were talking that we still have the like still stuck in our head. So yeah, this was my favorite stage of the night. By far. By far. So let's talk Area 4. Because Area 4 was an interesting one. Let me... Wait. I read lots of people were happy because walk time to stages was quicker than Jaarbeurs. True. Yeah, for sure. Actually, before I go to Area 4, there is something that needs to be mentioned about Area 3. Because we had kind of an incident. So Magic, Kevin, Celia and I were trying to leave Area 3 at some point when Armin was playing back-to-back with Hilo. And rather than... They had to close the stage, basically, right? Just like typical Armin, especially because closed stage, or a smaller stage, sorry. So it makes sense, they had to close the stage at some point. No surprise, something to be expected. But rather than just closing the stage, like closing the doors, they closed the hallways here. And it's not... And here is where it gets weird. At some point, they had only one small, like, regular sized door open to have people leave. So this super small door for, I think, hundreds of people who tried to leave. Which was not nice. Especially not that at some point they were like, we need to close this door. So all doors were closed. Everyone was locked up in here. And this was kind of like, Kevin actually wrote it well on Discord, because I got same feeling. This felt like there was something going on in the Jaarbeurs that they had to close off. Which was not the case. But it felt so serious to close an entire, like, just lock everyone up, right? It felt like something serious was going on the other side, right? Yeah, Monka Mega. It was very Monka Mega. At some point they decided to open the doors again and everyone could go out. But it was very weird. And this is my main complaint about Jaarbeurs. First of all, the hallways. Even though everything is more compact and closer to each other, the hallways are smaller. A lot smaller. So I figured they do this kind of decisions because the hallways get too tight, right? Too many people going through the hallway and could get dangerous, which I get. But to just close an entire hallway and make people stuck in one area doesn't sound the right solution either. And I get it, it's the first time, like, of course, it's a new area. Mistakes and stuff like this happens, right? But I do hope they take notes here for next year. And that they just close the stage by itself. Because there are doors there. You can just close the doors and have like an area open. Or just have guards there. Also, but to be honest, in general, what was a big issue with Area 3 too, is that, especially when it gets busy at these kind of places, it gets super tight too. So at the same time, I kind of get that, you know, they can't just close this too. This is the only big issue with Area 3. But I hope they just take notes for next year to make sure that this doesn't happen again, right? Let me see what chat says. Imagine someone spreads... Yeah, this was what I was thinking too. Or just when somebody starts panicking. Because you know how crowd works. If one person starts to yell and people bang on the doors and try to get out. Right? And people start like pushing away. This could get real dangerous real quick. Right? Was Armin Joris 3 as well? Yeah, but it was super quiet during their set. Don't ask me why. It was super quiet. But yeah, this was at Area 3 too. They could have... Yeah, this is weird. So, maybe I can show on the pictures. They have seating areas. Oh, wait. My computer doesn't like... Yeah, music stopped already. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, look. There's a seating area, but it's closed. Which is so weird. Because it felt like so nice. For like a spot to have a break. Imagine like at one of the back ones, right? To just sit and look. Especially like near the end of the night. Where there were some really good sets. And you just want to chill a bit more rather than go hard. Would be so nice to just sit and enjoy. But yeah, during Armin and Joris it was so quiet. I can actually show, because, well, this is Armin Joris. Like, we were here, and you can see it's not that packed. We were kind of in the middle, and the back was just empty. But the crowd was super dead here. I think they made a mistake. I mean, I think that it was on purpose. But I think it's still kind of a mistake that they put Armin and Joris as last set of the night. Because there was already some very heavy stuff. And then Joris and Armin comes and the energy just drops. Right? So I think a lot of people didn't like it because of that. But I think they purposely went for this time slot. Because I know Joris came back from holiday. So he probably flew in like around late evening and he just had to go straight through, right? And because I know Joris also had like a big gig the next day in Paradiso with live setup. But it was, not gonna lie, it was kind of a mistake to have Armin and Joris as last set of the night. They should have done that sooner. I mean, sometimes I know like scheduling doesn't allow that, but it should have been earlier. Nav would have loved it. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Did he join the stream? I figure he did. Jan's seating area has a potential risk of falling in effect. True, but if you look at, for instance, Don't Let Daddy Know. Like, it's Ziggo Dome. They always have the seating area open. Always. Ziggo Dome in general, they always have the seating area open. It's not like the first time that a rave has a seating area open. I don't think it's not, like, it's not impossible to do. And it just creates more space in an already not as big as main stage area. Especially if you have Armin playing, right? It just creates more breathing room. Also, it keeps people longer at the festival too. I don't get why you wouldn't open it. I just don't. I suggest, yeah, good point, Sandra. Actually, good point. Like they did with Jaarbeurs, with Armin set, where it just starts earlier and it ends earlier too, so you have more energy. Especially with the day events now going on Saturday too, because we were all dead. Like, I met up with Days and we both had like 2 hours of sleep. We were just done, right? And we even had to do a Q&A. Don't ask me how we did it. Don't ask me how we did it. But yeah. I think there's a lot of room for adjustment here. They still had some scaffolding you could climb up. Just climb the tower. Thanks, Agatha. Noted. Noted. We'll do so next time. The risk of falling too. Yeah, true. It's where I slept during Hollow. Yeah, exactly. But as you can see, Ziggo does it. So I don't see why they wouldn't do it here. I think, like, especially even for camera people, would be so nice to go up there and take shots. Because, like, the visuals were great. And in the back of the seating area, you just have so much nice elevation. Maybe even the camera people were allowed up. But I think in general, it would just be nice. I don't see why you wouldn't use the space that you have. Go up there and take shots. I meant photo shots. Not a book. I mean, you can do that too. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, not drinks. Makes sense photographers went up there. Because you need more staff, but they have the money! They have the money! Next stage. Okay, I get it. I know, I'm boring. Sorry. Sorry, Agatha. My legs hurt terribly while Armin and yours were playing. Makes sense. Because long day. Long day. So yeah, Area 4 was an interesting one. Area 4 was a super interesting one. Because they did it in the middle of the food court. And I liked it. Because it was a weird stage, but it was a cool stage. So, because it's in the middle of this food area, the food court, you finally have, which was super lacking last year, they have music again in the food court, right? Because in the past they would have the radio studio in the food court when it was at Jaarbeurs, except for last year. So you would have music while you were eating and talking, right? But like background music, and you could hear what was going on. Now they did exactly the same. So you still have background music. You can still, it's not too loud that you can't talk. But there's background music. And this was so nice. I really like this. Okay, the fourth area is, am I still, yeah, I show the screen. This is area 4. Right here. Right here. So you have the food court here, and it's right here. But let me show you. Because the stage itself was cool as fuck too. This stage did not get enough love. So it was basically... I don't know if I have good pictures of it. Yeah, here. During Nina. Look. So it was basically a cube. Wait, I have pictures from it from the outside. I actually took a video because I knew I'd mention this. Look. So this is the food court. And here you have the stage. So without playing music, because I don't want to get DMCA, they have the stage here. You can hear the music from here. And you can just sit here. And have it in the background. This was a super good decision. Language. Sorry, Hout. Thank you for making me aware of my language, Hout. We need a language counter. A bad language counter. But I thought this was super cool. And what was super nice about the stage is that you could go walk. So they had stairs at the entrance going up. So you could go either be in the back and get a, like what I missed at Area 3. A super nice view from the stage behind. But you could also just walk up and peek at the decks, right? See what the DJ was doing. Which, like, for nerds, like you know, like people who DJ and stuff, super nice to look at. Like this was super cool. It gave that rave vibe. Exactly, Sveta. This was so cool. Like, props to whoever thought of this. This was so cool to see. Is that EU? Yes, that is EU. Okay. I will say, he's gonna murder me for saying this. But I have never seen EU rave as hard as he did for Nina. He was at the front row like, ooh, 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 ooh. Constant bass face going hard. Like, I've never seen him dance and enjoy at a set this much. And it was so cool to see. He's gonna murder me for saying this. He's gonna legit murder me for saying this. But I was like, I even went to him like, did I just witness a miracle happening? Did I just witness a miracle happening? Ataboy EU, exactly. I was like, I was proud. I was proud. Yeah, don't tell him. I bet there's gonna be somebody like clipping, DMing EU. Oh, look. He's not gonna know what you said. Good. Good chat. But I was super proud of him. I was super proud of him. And it was so enjoying to watch. I think I had a big smile on my face. Because I was looking here while he was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was there with Majek and Days. Yo, Majek, 3 jaar, let's go! So, actually, good timing, because I'm about to go to Area 5. And for Area 5, I'm going to use Majek's set. Mr. Superstar himself. I was in this area where C-Systems played. Nice. C-Systems, we walked a bit by when they were playing. Sounded good. Also set with a lot of mashups, I think. So yeah, I like this area a lot. A lot, actually. So now we go to Area 5. So, basically what I keep on saying, I liked every area except for main stage and a bit Area 2. Every other area was mwah. Because Area 5 was super nice too. For those who remember, Area 5 or the progressive stage in the past in Utrecht didn't get a lot of love. Like, not at all. Like, no stage design whatsoever. Kinda, they just went for concrete hall, that's it. Sometimes there would be, like, red lasers, and that's it. Like, that is it. Now they went for full stage design. So they basically went for the stage design of the main stage last year, which I think was nice. Because As a main stage last year, it was bad. But for a Area 5, it's actually kind of cool. So let me show, because I have a video before we go to Majek and his set. Let me show. Where do I have the video? Here you go. Here you go. So it was actually a super cool stage design. As you can see, it was kind of on the bigger side too. With the lights and the mirrors, I think it was cool. I think it was a really cool stage. Right? Oh. Google Photos decided to stop. Here you go. I don't know where the music stopped. There's the music. So now we go. For Mr. Maciej Solowski himself. I'm gonna stop the music for this. Because I have to start off with what I think was the coolest thing. And biggest surprise for us all. I hope I don't get DMCA'd for this, by the way. Watch me like try so hard not to get DMCA. And then this bloody intro does it. How fucking cool is that? He got a fucking Jack voice. So I will give some backstory. I was making fun with Majek a couple of days before ASOT that the Jack voice is probably gonna say winner DJ contest, right? Something like this. And if there's gonna be a name pronunciation, it's gonna be Maciej Solowski. And I was joking, like I'd be laughing my ass off if that be happening. But the fact, I think it caught us all off by surprise that he got a fucking proper Jack voice. Actually close to the pronunciation of his name. Like so cool. So cool. Let me check. I was sorry for fair play because there were like 20 people for him on stage 5. To be honest, I feel in general there were a lot less people. Before I go on to the summary of stage 5 and Majek said in general. Wait, what's the... Oh, and he got the voice without a... Hey, now Atora's cute. Sorry, Tex, she's taken. Sorry, Tex. I love the Jimmy. I love the Jimmy edits. I love the Jimmy edits. This was gold. This was gold. But yeah, so what were we talking about? Yeah, about I feel in general there were a lot less people this year. And of course, the people that were there, they all went for like Armin and stuff, right? But if we're talking about people, I just want to say, so for those who haven't heard yet, so Majek started, basically, I can go back to the timetable, at 10. So when General Access opened, right? So it was basically empty when he started, right? It was just us and some people from the Polish trans family, right? Actually, wait, because Majek is here. Majek, you want to jump on a call and talk about it a bit yourself? I know your throat is hurting, so if you're like, nah, you do the talking, that's fine. Maybe you want to talk a bit more about it yourself, because I'm talking about your experience here. I don't think I should be talking about your experience. So let's turn this, if you're up for it, let's turn this into a proper talk. Magic is like, oh, fuck my life. All tired from work. And then this idiot comes asking for like a call. I want him doing the talk in his own stream. Makes sense. He will do the chatting stream next week. Okay. For all his new followers. Yes! Okay. So I'll just do a little talking. And then I'll leave the Magic experience for Magic next week. But yeah. Basically he started off with... I can actually show. Right? There were not a lot of people there. Right? I think this video is the best. I just don't hope that music is gonna be playing, because no, I did mute. Good. Let me show. Wait. Do I have a few? Yeah, here you go. Look. So as you can see, fuck, professional streamer here. Sorry, I know how it's gonna be like. Language. Sorry, how. You see, it's not a lot of people. It was basically just us, some people from the Polish trans family, right? And that's it. But let me show you how it looked like at the end of his set. Because this was mind-blowing. It's okay, I'm muted anyway, as you can see. Yes, of course. Yo, Brandon! Look at this! Look at this! Wait. Look at this! Look at this! So, to get back to basically how the stage looked like. Because Area 5 is right here. Right next to the lockers of general entrance. So everyone who enters will hear Magic, right? They will hear Area 5. And I think this did him so well, because the day before on Friday, I was like, shit, Magic should have played Area 4. I mean, it would not fit his style, but because it's in the food court, I was like, everyone's gonna hear his like music, right? This is gonna be proper like introduction for him. But I take that all back, because Area 5 not only fitted his style of music, but also that everyone who came in heard him. Everyone, and not just people who went through the food court. Everyone heard him. So I think this is like, this did him, like his set so well. But it was so fun to see, because during his set, like, so many people like behind him would come in and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you could see like Hellsloat, of course they were playing after him, so they came in, right? And they were like checking out what was happening. But also Pretty Pink came in and was like kind of checking at his set. So I think he might have impressed some people. Which, well deserved. Well deserved. So for those who don't know, he basically did an all mashup set. So the whole set was mashups. The whole set. So it was basically progressive with vocals or tunes from trance around 2012, right? Or 2012, 2011, 2013, right? I will leave the story about this up to Magic when he talks about it. So it's not like, you know? Because I know the story, but I'm not going to spoil that, right? To be continued as his stream. So if you haven't yet, follow him and check out his stream next week, right? But it just really worked. And he banged the place. Like Ross singing Above and Beyond tunes. I had to, okay? I had to. I saw of a tactic though. I would just start filming so I wouldn't have to sing. Nah, I actually sung along. I'm sorry, baby. You are the sun that moves to me. Every viewer just left. Everyone just left. Wait. Also, the Pretty Pink were thankful that he filled the area. Really? Had a chat with both. Damn! But yeah, absolute top-notch set. So once Magic publishes his set, go check it out if you haven't yet. Because it's a top-notch set. Actually, you guys are gonna get a teaser on Thursday. Because on Thursday, the second hour of ASOT, it's gonna be his guest mix. I'm sorry, that Magic, that should have been your announcement, not mine. SMH Ross spoiling all the shit. But I think a lot of people already knew. Because I think Ruben mentioned it on Discord. I think. But, yeah, he absolutely killed it. He absolutely killed it. It was so nice to see that not only everyone showed up for that, but that so many people actually came in and were actively dancing and part of it. It wasn't just people, like, of course there were people just standing there too, right? But like people actively like, hey, oh. Let me actually show, cause, yes, but still waiting for the official thumbnail from YouTube to share on Instagram, etc. Makes sense. Let me show if I actually have a video of the, like, cause I'm not gonna play the track, cause DMCA. But there's a certain mashup he plays, and it basically is like, bop, bop, bop. Is it this one? I think it is. And look how everyone just goes along with it. Look. Also, I love the lights. So he's starting left, right, left, right. Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! You can play tunes. You won't. I know how, but I want to keep the VOD up. And if I play tunes, then I can't keep it up. You didn't tweet. Wait, did I not? Am I really? Professional fucking streamer. I know language. Here you go. We look at you. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, he's gonna start left, right, left, right. Now look at this. Insane, right? Need to add the Twitch VOD track to keep the VOD clean. What do you mean? You can just play 1 second of the track, won't be DMC. This is true. But I'm not gonna risk it. I want to keep the VOD up. He just wants us to look at his face. Not sure people want to look at this face though. All my streams have Venga Boys, I just get email. Yeah, true. But you know, they won't keep the VOD up, right? In OBS can set up audio so stream can hear the music, but VOD is clean. Really? I need to look into that. I had no idea. I had no idea. But yeah, I thought it was just insane. Also, Magic's got a picture with Misha Hellslot without having to ask for a picture. There you go, Magic. Not sure you ever wanted a picture with Misha Hellslot, but there you go. But look at the crowd. I went back and looked every now and then. And I was like... Pfft. At some point, like, Sandra came like grabbing my shoulder like, what the fuck? Look! Look! And it was so nice to see that everyone was just dancing and enjoying it. So, big round of applause to Magic, really. Really. And this is just the beginning, I swear. Because, like, if you can fill a stage at a state of trance while being a, and this is gonna sound rude, but I swear it's not rude, being a no name, right? No own productions, no famous name, right? Actually, no a state of trance guest mix until coming. That pixel check, by the way, there's none because it's a new camera. There shouldn't be, at least not yet. But being able to fill up that stage just by playing music, that is a talent. Like that is a talent, right? It was so weird to come back to an empty hotel. Yeah, makes sense. Makes total sense. But yeah, I actually took a picture when we left the stage. And mind here that some people already left, right? But this is right after Majek's set. You can see how packed it is. But some people, it was fun to see that there was actually, I mean, poor Hellslode, right? But there were some people who just straight up left after his set. Like just, pop, there's the exit. Yeah, so the locker area is right here. You can see on the map. Right here. So this is where I took this picture. This picture. Right? This picture is right here. So here's the Estate of Trance sign. Right? So the locker area is right over here. And I checked actually. Because you walk here and you can hear the music from Area 5. So I think this played a huge role. I love Hype Man Roshi. Actually, I'm not sure if I can spoil this. But Majek actually asked me in a voice call. You'll do some hey-hoing, right? I was like, yeah, sure. And actually at the start, like somewhere at the start of the set, Majek was looking at me like, you gonna do some hey-hoing? Like pointing at me like, you gonna do some hey-hoing? I'm like, nope, nuh-uh. And then at some point I was like, okay, here we go, hey, oh. And it was so nice to see that everyone went along. Actually, I think it was during Ruben's set. Or was it Majek's set? I'm not sure. Sandra came to me and she was like, you're the only one who can start it. But not true. You guys can start it too. If you want a... Okay. Chat. If you want a hey-ho, just hey-ho. Nobody can tell you if you are allowed to hey-ho or not. You feel like hey-hoing, you hey-ho. There's a salty trans family who doesn't want you to hey-ho. Hey-ho anyway. Yeah. That's my inspirational quote right there. Nah, mate, that's right there. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! How it's gonna be like, Ross! Language! Oh no, he's muted. But we need to make you guilty for that. I loved that during, like, when I came, during Ruben's set, like, during a break, like a break in the track, right? There were some people hey-hoing, and I didn't start it. I was looking at Ruben like, not me this time, not me. I swear it wasn't me. It wasn't me. But then at some point I started hey-hoing anyway, and he was like, wait, let me fix the chat actually, because I now noticed that the names are kind of off screen. So are some of the badges. Here you go. There you go. Rip Nightbot. Why? Chat, if you want to hey-ho, just hey-ho. Exactly. that on een tegeltje. Spread it to your friends. Don't let anyone tell you you can't hey-ho. You feel like hey-hoing? You hear a track and you hear hey-ho in your head? Just hey-ho. Just do it. You are at a festival to have fun. Just have fun. Just hey-ho. 1 hour, 20 minutes in, you realize Chat was at the wrong spot. Professional streamer. Exactly. Professional streamer. But I don't like that now. Like, look. Now it's like there's this little in-between spot. It's like, ugh. But like, then somebody with a long name comes in. It's like, it fills it up. What, Matte? What? What? Yes, you should annoy him with a hey-hos. Do it. Ruben's reactions to it is always gold. There's nothing more fun than just hey-hoing and either see Ruben go, ah, or like, ah, hey, oh. I think you should, is there? How do I do it? Professional streamer, by the way. What if someone has Nick? I have no idea what to type, so I will just hey ho. Perfect name. These awful statements again. Those shitheads! They never leave me alone. Always with the bloody hey ho's. Nah, I know he's annoyed, but he's not. I know he likes it. You know, actually, before I started hey-hoing, he would be the one who likes to hey-ho. He would love it. What? No need to bring signs. Just start hey-hoing. One thing. This crowd, especially on Friday, it was so tough to make the crowd start hey-hoing. Like, normally it's like you just do it and some other people follow and then the rest does it. But, like, I would do it with Magic on Friday, at like certain times, and nobody would do it. Like, nobody. It's like, boring! Boring! Or those people are just like, I want to enjoy the music! Why do people have to hey-ho? He likes it secretly, exactly. Exclamation mark voice. SMH. Ruben was so bullying, by the way, during the bloody Q&A. Like, whenever something Rotterdam would be mentioned, he'd be like, huh? Ross? Huh? 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 Yeah, very funny, Ruben. Like, I will give some context. Like, at some point during the ASOT Q&A, they were explaining why the color was green. And surprise, surprise, because it's the color of Rotterdam. We didn't know. And he was like, right, Ross, Rotterdam. Ha 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 ha. SMH. You know what I hate? That now that this location is in Rotterdam, every single year is gonna be the same. It's gonna be like, haha, Ross. Wait, green is the color of Rotterdam? Wait, you didn't know? You really didn't know how? You really didn't know? So, it's literally, even the flag is literally the opposite of Amsterdam. Amsterdam is red, black, red. Rotterdam is green, white, green. So, and yeah, like, green is the color of Rotterdam. Don't ask me why. I really didn't know. At least this channel is educational. At least this channel is educational. I learned something to Hout. So now you know, Hout. Green is the color of Rotterdam. So yeah. But yeah, so this is why the whole color of ASOT was kind of greenish. One thing, by the way, that needs to be stated, if we talk about venue review and this sort of stuff again, last year I was bitching and complaining about the red color being everywhere. I was so hating on this. But this year they did the same with the blue and green, and it was barely noticeable. It was noticeable because last year it was so noticeable. I wouldn't have noticed if it wasn't the same thing last year. But this year it was okay. I actually didn't mind. The red was bad. It was really bad. This year it was not bad at all. So I don't mind the color idea of like having the venue in a certain color, as long as the color is not bad. Basically, that's what the lesson ASOT needs to learn here. Don't have bad colors as like the theme. Yeah, the red was really bad. So the color red is taken from Red Light District. SMH magic. Or maybe Red Light District took the color from Amsterdam. Maybe. Maybe. Mooie groen is niet lelijk. There's nothing wrong with the color. There's just a lot of stuff wrong with Rotterdam. Nah, I won't. I won't talk shit about. I mean, I will talk shit about Rotterdam. But not gonna lie, I don't get me wrong, I still don't like Rotterdam. But I think, especially with the ASOT vibe going around with the flags and stuff, was kind of nice. Like normally whenever I'm in Rotterdam, I'm like, and this time it was like, yeah, Rotterdam again, okay. Daze was actually bullying me at some point. She's like, Ross is hating on Rotterdam, but he actually loves Rotterdam. No, just so you know, I don't love Rotterdam. Wait, wiki facts. The flag of Rotterdam, the second largest city in the Netherlands, was adopted. In this date, it's a horizontal tribe, and yeah. So yeah, it's green, white, green. Exactly. Actually, black is not a color. Ross is getting old. He's starting to accept Rotterdam. Kinda, yeah. Yo, Mata, thank you for joining. Also, thank you for joining during the weekend. Was super fun having you around. Actually, before Mata leaves, Mata made me do something that I never figured I'd be doing. Mata made me put a signature, like an artist signature for the first time. I actually had to quickly think of a artist signature. Because I have my actual signature, right? I'm not gonna use this. But Mata asked all the Twitch streamers to sign a t-shirt. I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil this. Because it's a gift for somebody. But he made Majek and me sign it. And I have a video of it. Let me show. I was actually showing it to friends and family. Like, hey, look. I'm officially a celebrity now. I got to sign something. Let me find it real quick. I don't know if I have it on Google Drive because I have a new phone. And backupping, I still need to back up some files. Now I have a video of Majek signing. Let's go for this. Let me show. Wait, here you go. Look. So that's Majek signing it. So there's Majek signing it. Now I just need to find my video. I'll come back to that later, because it's not on my Google Drive, sadly. Rip. Rip. But I promise I signed it. I promise I signed it. So I had to... Wait, let me open Paint real quick. Just to show you what I went for. Thank God he didn't ask for a signature on Naked and he did not do a Jeremy. For the real OGs who know what I'm talking about. So I decided to go for something like this. I really had to think, because I never did like an artist signature. So I went for something like this. Yeah, not the best looking, but there you go. So yeah, I did my first artist signature. Hey! Oh, maybe I'm late. Did anybody stay at ASOT Hotel? Was it all worth it? Simon stayed, but actually, good you guys, like, you started to talk about the ASOT Hotel. Because I got one of the goodie bags. So, at the ASOT Hotel, they had a goodie bag. They had a goodie bag. I have some stuff here too. So, they gave some stuff. So, as mods, we got a goodie bag too. So, I decided to kind of review what's inside. So, this is not normally you get as a visitor, but as a mod, we got it. So, I think the bag is cool. So, like reviewing the actual bag first. I think it's cool. They just not they didn't need to do all the spaces in between. They could have just gone for a state of trance, not A S T A T E of tr an Z I. They should have just done a state of trance. But hey, cool bag. Free shit, not gonna nag. So, what was inside? I don't get the glitched out a state of trance thing. So, what was inside? First of all, let me show. I've not put this on yet, so let's see if it actually fits. There you go. So, when you sleep, people won't know you're sleeping. Because you have eyes. They think they're looking at you. It's like, hey, how you doing? Looking good today. I mean, it's a goodie bag for a hotel, right? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It makes sense to put this in a hotel goodie bag, right? So, but this is not one of the stuff I find the coolest. I'm just gonna go from like least interesting to most interesting. So there was also this inside to use at the venue. I realized kind of late. Like a discount pass for like hearing protection. Not like I needed it, because I already have it. Especially Alpine, I already have it. But hey, it's cool for people who don't have it yet, right? Put back on the mask. But Chris, if I put on the mask, I can't say or do shit. It's not a mask you can look through. It's a sleeping mask. You don't need it. Everyone else around you needs it. Get it? Exactly out. Can you do the DJ stream wearing the... Yeah, let me... Sleeping stream. Let me, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, I can mix. Yeah, sure. I can manage everything like this. Sure. Sure, chat. Sure. Easy. Anthony can, yeah. To be honest, big respect to Anthony. Because if I put on the bloody mask, I don't even know where to look at. This guy can DJ do like being blind, so big respect for that. Actually, there was a guy at the festival, like blind. First time ever seeing that. Guy was like walking around with like the stick, and he would sometimes bump into you, right? Because he was like walking around and wouldn't notice you were standing there, right? But I thought it was kind of cool to see like just blind person coming, like having a good time. Like big respect to this, right? Because I can't imagine it's not easy being a blind person at the festival, right? So he bumped into me, for instance, during Neil 6. But like big respect, right? I bought him to the... Good guy, Mata. Good you took care of this guy. Because the guy was all alone, I believe? Which was also kind of Moonka-esque, right? Like, guy just all alone at the festival, like, at least with Anthony, right? Like, the guy from Sit Your Own Pitch. At least, you know, he has somebody there to take care of him, right? But this guy was just all alone there. He was complaining, I have to piss. Poor guy. Yeah, can't just, like, you know, see where the toilet is. To be honest, like, sometimes this sort of stuff, like, it's good to think about, because, you know, we kind of take it for granted, like, to be able to see, right? Just be able to do, you know, whatever. But for a guy like this, it's not easy, you know? You can't just go, like, oh, yeah, toilet is there, right? I met a deaf couple at Ziggo for Armids Tomorrowland and Independent. Going deaf to a festival, that's interesting. No, he had someone around. Ah, okay, good. Good. Because I figured the guy might be alone. Anyway, let's go back to the bag. Out. Yes, that is rude, but yes, it made me laugh. Yo, Fiscus! Fiscus Code! How you doing? Yes, I'm never gonna call you Fishes again. It's gonna be Fiscus from now on. So yeah, next thing in the bag. I hate when people draw on my shit. Who the hell decided to draw on this? Which shithead decided to draw on this super cool bag? Who was it? Huh? Who was it? I will find you. I will find the shit that did this. Now, okay. For those who don't know, that is, yeah, definitely Armin's signature. Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but... I mean, it's good. Apparently, it's super rare to have a Armin one in your bag, right? There were only a couple of them that were actually signed by Armin. But, I'm gonna be honest here. They could have better given me one that was not signed by Armin. I know, I'm gonna be crucified now for saying that, but... Like, I would love to use something like this. But now that Armin's signature on it, it feels wrong to use it, right? Right? Like, anybody who has this is not gonna use it. Because it's like, it's signed by Armin, right? It's like, oh, I gotta put it in a frame and hang it on the wall or something, right? Nobody's gonna use this. Like, just Muka S. Hello, excuse me, computer. What the fuck? My music just decided to die. I hope you can actually hear the music now. SMH nagging. I know. No, but it's just like I don't wanna. We have a saying in Dutch: geen gegeven paard in de bek kijken. Don't look into a mouth of a horse that's been given to you. I agree, but at the same time, it's like it's so cool. Super loud though. Is it? Oh fuck my life. Because my setup just died. Wait. Let me kill the music real quick. Sorry for that. Let me just do this real quick. One moment. You're gonna hear Windows noise. That's not your computer, that's mine. Professional streamer, yep. I think we should be good now. Yep, there you go. Let's go! Okay, professional streamer, by the way. If you get another one, you can turn it into a bra... How does that work? Like... Finally, that... you're talking about the music. How is this music for the thing that you're mentioning? It's lo-fi. It's relaxing. It's studying music. It works perfect for these kind of streams. It works perfect. So yeah, I think the bag is really cool. I do think it's cool that they give you an Armin signature too. But it would have been better if they put the signature on something like this, which I'm not going to use anyway. This is actually something I could use. Anyway, geen gegeven paard in de bek kijken. Don't look into a mouth of a horse that's been given to you. Now let's go to the super cool stuff that's in the goodie bag. Well, it can also work for boot person too, Ross. Sure. Sure. Okay. Now the stuff that made me super hyped that's in this bag. Who of you know what this is? I'm just gonna say it. How cool is this? Also, one thing. Agatha is gonna be like SMH negging, but again, why not just a state of trance? Like a state of trance. Why does it need to be A S T A T E of Tra N C E? But hey, I'm not gonna nag. I think this is super cool. I'm super happy with this. I think this is super, super cool. This should be in the merch store. This shouldn't just be in a goodie bag. This should be in the merch store. Because I can't be the only one who thinks this is super cool to have, right? Looks like a blind person designed it. Why do we keep on coming back to blind people? Ah, that's sweetheart. That's super sweet. I bet they were happy with it. But yeah, I think this is super cool. This should be in the merch store. This is so cool. So, now the most cool thing of this, which made me hype the most, which I'm so gonna use. How cool is this? How cool is this? How cool is this? Again, why is this not in the merch store? Like, this is cool. It's like a proper baggage claim, like, luggage tag. Like, this is so cool. And it actually says a state of trance. It actually says a state of trance. Like, this is cool, right? This is so cool to have. Like, this made me the most hyped of the entire bag. Because it's so cool to have this. Like, you're going to be looking at your luggage. It's going to be like, ooh, right? This sort of little extra stuff. This is what I like. This is so cool. This should have been. It's such a wasted opportunity that this is not in the merch store. This made me the most hyped of the entire bag. Together with the passport cover. But yeah, about the passport cover, I still had something to nag about. This I do not have anything to nag about. I'm not sure if it's cool, by the way. Should be ASOT merch marketing director. I don't think you want me to. They did their best here. Yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool. Did I mention it's cool? I love this. So yeah, that was what you would get if you were staying at the ASOT hotel. One thing I did not like about the ASOT hotel... I have to compensate for finding something cool. One thing I did not like with the ASOT hotel... Like, one thing, I think it's super cool that they did an ASOT hotel. Especially because, look. Like, look at this, right? So you come to the hotel and this is the hotel, right? Look at this. This is super sick, right? This is super sick, right? Like, you know you're staying at the ASOT hotel straight away. And they had like the entire like... Do I still have some other pictures? No. Because my new phone didn't back up all the WhatsApp and Discord pictures. But yeah, they had like the DJ booth. They had pre-parties there. Which is all super cool. The conventions, right? Like the Q&As, Discord meetup. Right? All super cool. But I don't like that there were some like pre-parties only for hotel members. Because for instance, I live in Holland, right? What's the point of me buying a booking at the State of Trance hotel? Like, there's no point. There's just no point, right? But they are basically like, hey, if you have the hotel booking, then you can go to the pre-party. Would it be cooler if they just did a pre-party just for everyone? Like, or just like, hey, you don't have a hotel booking? Here's a ticket. You can just buy a ticket. It would have saved you 5 hours of sleep. Okay. Fair point. Fair point. Maybe it would have been a better move. Anyway, I'm not gonna take a sleep in Rotterdam. I'm not gonna sleep in Rotterdam. The 3 crosses in my heart won't allow me. But yeah, it would have been nice. Like if anybody from Alda or ASOT watches this, like, really, next year, do a pre-party, not in the hotel. Just do a pre-party, Maasilo, or like on a boat, on the Maas. Have a little pre-party. And everybody with the hotel, they have a ticket. And just do a ticket sale extra for those who don't. Right? And like, for instance, with the breakfast, have a DJ play, do a breakfast set. This is all fine, right? I get that there's some exclusive stuff. But like the pre-party, like, just do something extra. Maasilo, for instance, perfect. Perfect location to do something like smaller, right? Like on a Thursday or Friday, early evening. Like, have a small party there, right? You don't need to build an entire stage. Just have the Maasilo. Like, it's in between Ahoy and the hotel. It's perfectly on the way. Go to the Maasilo. Have a party there. And then go on to the actual party. So if there's anybody from Alda or ASOT watching this, here you go. Use it. Use it. Especially if you want to go for the ADE vibe, here you go. Take it. Free idea for me. Take it. I mean, if you really want to be like, hey, Let's pay this guy a little. Just give me a free ticket. I know some ASOT mods. Really? Really? Wow. You know some Armin ASOT mods? What a coincidence. Would be cool if one of them was in chat. Kinda expensive 5 hours of sleep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Exactly. I mean, would be better because the 2.5 hour killed me. Like, really? I was so dead at the Discord meetup. I mean, I managed to get some energy later on. EU's hotel, holy shit. This guy planned it like a boss. So EU had a hotel right outside of Ahoy. So the venue, right? So he was literally like looking down on all the people coming in and out. 10-10 choice, right? Like, this is the perfect ASOT hotel. Because I know some people in the ASOT hotel were nagging that there was no transport for them to the hotel and this sort of stuff, right? So hey, next time, just do it like that, right? Just outside Ahoy, perfect. You don't need to fix a bus. You don't need to fix anything. Although, to be honest, space would be limited. Because what they did with the current hotel... So, because I didn't really talk about the day events. Let's talk a bit more about the day events. So, like on Saturday, they had a bit of a schedule. Also on Friday, they had some stuff. But mainly on Saturday afternoon, they had some stuff. So, they had Q&As. Armin did a Q&A about mental health. Team, like... Alda ASOT, they did a Q&A about the brand ASOT. And then Ferry, Nina, and Ruben did a Q&A about like A State of Trance in general, the radio show. And there were a bunch of other events like that, right? They also had a little gallery, they had a photo shoot, right? With a little food area, right? So it was super cool. Like, idea and concept was super cool. Like, but yeah, like a lot of people were complaining that there was like no transport to and from the hotel to the venue, right? I mean, you could take public transport like to the venue, but especially on Sunday, so Saturday evening, like end of Saturday, right? Sunday morning, there was no public transport, so you were kind of, you know, stuck of like to get to the hotel, like, you know, on your own, right? So, a lot of people were nagging about this, which not gonna lie, I kind of get. Because if you pay, because the hotel wasn't cheap. I saw some prices come by, it's like, ooh. Yeah, you better have everything all inclusive, right? I kind of get it. I get that people become privileged after putting down so much money. Let's keep it like that, right? But, so I hope they take this into account for next year too. But again, new location, right? So, a lot of stuff they have to take into account. Especially how big they made it. So, it would be cool if they, you know, take this into account for next year. I mean, now they had, like, buses to the station too. Which was cool. No, they haven't announced the dates yet. Only pre-register. No dates just yet. But yeah, it would be cool if they take into account next year that, you know, not everyone needs to go to the station. I mean, for me, it was perfect. You know, on Saturday morning, so end of Friday, I could just take the metro and the train. And on Sunday morning, I could just take the bus, right? Go to the station and take one of the earlier trains. Perfect. Well, perfect. For me, like, no complaints, personally, right? But I get that some hotel people were like, Also, I don't know, Tex, are you still here? Or did Tex go to sleep? Because Tex was asking earlier why I think they went... Why Ahoy and not Rai? So first of all, like I mentioned earlier, I think that the city did some financing. Because there were some organizations involved, like Out Agenda Rotterdam, and like organizations to promote the city. But I also think that they didn't want to go for Rai, because kind of older venue, right? They wanted to go for something more modern. And I don't see Rai. Like, Rai would have a perfect main stage. Like, the whole problem that we had this year with the main stage wouldn't be at Rai. But all the other stages wouldn't be as big as good as they could be if it was in Rai, I think. But that's my personal, like, how I see it, right? Only the main stage would be 10 out of 10 if it would be. Because, you know, we like, let me give you an example of how good Rai could be, right? Let me show. Because Martin Garrix does his shows at Rai, right? Let me show how that looks like. Martin Garrix. Let's see if I can do this without getting DMCA. Because I want to keep the VOD up. Look at this. And I know. So for instance, Tex has been to the show, so he knows how cool it can get. Fuck my life, it's so slow. Look at this. Take a look at this. If it likes to work, which would be great. Look at this. This is sick, right? This would be cool as a main stage area. Like, this would be super sick. So I'd see that work, right? If they would have moved to Rai, right? I just don't see like how they did Area 3 and our Area 4. Maybe Area 4 would be possible in Rai too, because it's not that hard. It's just a bunch of like stockings, right? Like kind of built like a cage. But Area 3 would not be possible. Yeah, but it wouldn't be as big. Because the main hall of where they did Area 1 is smaller than main stage Jaarbeurs and the main hall of Rai, if I recall correctly. I do hope that they do proper stage design next year, by the way. And not just, oh, people can go around and LED and done. Do you think ASOT 2025 will be bigger in terms of the crowd than this year ASOT? And do you think the lineup will be all in general like more WoW? Because some people call this year ASOT a state of EDM or something. Lol. Hard to predict. Do I think there will be more people? Probably. Because it's easier to plan right now, right? We all know it's going to be Rotterdam. Right? Like, you know where it's going to be. Like, it's not a new location. We have experience with the location. I do think that it's more comfortable for people to build, like to book. Because they know what they're getting into. Especially with images already, like live streams. They know what to expect, right? So I think in general, yeah. There might be more people. Line-up wise, I'm not sure. I feel like this is the new direction for ASOT in general. Like the more techno stuff. I wouldn't say a state of EDM, by the way. I feel like we've long passed. Like, I mean, it kind of always has been. I feel like it's more been the stage of techno. There's not been a single set I didn't hear techno kick. Like, it's just oof, 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 oof. Future rave, techno kind of vibe, right? And I know techno is kind of the new main stage sound, right? In general. But I would call it more a state of techno, if more than anything. And I don't mind. Area 3 was perfect, right? But yeah, especially if you look, for instance, like Area 4, especially on Friday. This was basically just also like techno cage, right? Underground techno vibe. Even like on Saturday, I remember we walked by Area 4 and Reorder was playing. And this was just a techno set. Right? And again, I don't mind. Artists can play whatever the F they wanna, right? And I don't mind some techno. But I was even saying to a friend of mine who's really into techno, like, you should have come, because it was basically a techno party, right? Techno artists, techno sets. He would have loved it. Like, he would have genuinely loved it. And he's not a big trance hat, but he's a big techno hat. What's the drive behind ASOT pushing so much techno? I don't think it's much of pushing techno. I think it's trying to get techno people into trance. Because there's just, techno is so trendy right now. Just going on that wave of techno. Especially seeing techno is boring a lot of trance sounds. I think it's just getting artists like Joris Voorn and Hilo, who are super popular with younger people now. It just attracts a younger crowd to ASOT, which was noticeable. There were a lot of young people. I mean, you always have the typical ASOT boomers, right? But there were a lot of young people too. So it works. That's what they wanna. They wanna attract a younger audience. I think that this is like the right way to do it. I don't know if it's the right way for ASOT, but if you want to attract a younger crowd, then yeah, for sure it's a good idea. And yeah, as well as Afterlife being trendy. You could clearly see, even with the Area 3, where they went for the kind of Printworks vibe, they really were like, hey, Afterlife. Like, they were clearly thinking of like the Afterlife visuals, right? Like, they clearly had this in mind. So yeah, for sure they were like borrowing from the techno scene. And also the techno artists, just to kind of get this younger audience to join and get into trance, right? Which makes sense. It makes total sense in my opinion. Yeah, RG for instance. Yeah. It makes sense. So yeah, this is why I think they go for the kind of techno sounds. But yeah, it kind of became more of a state of techno than a state of trance. Because I was even thinking, I miss kind of names like, doesn't even need to be my kind of style, but more, let's say, I mean, Ali and Villa, for instance, which is like artists I would love. But even like, let's say, Kieran McCauley, or, you know, more uplifting stuff. Because it was kind of missing this year. Because John O'Callaghan was there, but he's techno too. Ben Gold is also basically playing techno. So, I mean, again, I don't mind. I like techno, but the more variety was missing, I'd say. Because they were announcing that it's going to be more, there's more variety, but it feels like there was less variety, if you get what I mean. Especially because if you look, for instance, there was like Psytrance and stuff too, right? Even Psytrance is being played in techno sets nowadays. It's kind of considered a new sort of techno sound too. So, if you look at this, there was basically no variety, right? You can say that there was more variety in older ASOTs than there was now. And again, I don't mind. I like the sound, right? I was digging it. I love the Hilo set. I love the Armin back-to-backs. I'm sad I missed out on Mannix, right? I loved Armin's Destination set. I think it was great. But if we're talking about variety, no. No. I would say there was a lot less variety. Armin asked Denise when she was in the studio which artist she would like to see, and she said two of us. His reaction was far too expensive. Of course. Of course. Of course. You know how bloody pricey. Like, I remember I had a chat with Ruben some years ago when he was doing the statement stage. Because we were kind of comparing, because he had at Electronic Family, he had the same area that Grotesque used for stage hosting. And he was saying how much more budget he used compared to the Grotesque stage. Because I was saying like, oh, would be cool if you, like, Grotesque had vocalists on stage. I was like, oh, would be cool if you had live vocalists too. He was like, I blew the budget by far. I went over budget with the stage. Because he said, like, yeah, a Tin Liquor is just way more expensive than a Kieran McCauley or Ram or John O'Callaghan, right? Because just techno or like progressive and techno names are just more pricey. Which makes sense because you even see it in a ticket. A techno festival is more expensive than a uplifting trance festival, right? Like for instance, Corin Cavini, a progressive name, is soon gonna do an open to close here in Amsterdam. Like kind of smaller name, smaller venue. You'd be like, nah, that's not too pricey. It's 30 euros. That's a ticket for some trance festivals I know with multiple stages, right? For like headlining trance, right? Because it's just more pricey. So yeah, it makes total sense that that's like, that they're like, yeah, Tales of Us way too pricey. I don't want to know how much it costed to have Artbet there last year. Because I figured they are not the cheapest either. Thanks for reminding me. Need to buy a ticket just so they are playing in Vienna tomorrow. Who? Tale of Us. Cold Blue was on Saturday. Ah, yeah, of course. Cold Blue is still uplifted. But that's kind of weird that that's like one of the few names. Right? Because if I go back to the timetable. Oh, Tin Liquor. Ah, yeah. Look. I mean, Solarstone is trance, right? But one thing. Who of you was there at Solarstone? Who of you joined Solarstone set? Because there was something that surprised me. Because I was there, like, to meet up with Ruben, right? For Mr. Pure Trance. He was kinda... Yeah, Simon, of course. He was playing kinda a progressive house set? Like kinda enhanced kinda style? Progressive trance, progressive. And no, he is not filthy to play some progressive, but it felt more like old Martin Garrix Avicii kind of stuff and Hans stuff. I was like, I mean, I like it, but I was like, this is not what I know from Solarstone. I need to see, because I didn't check. I wonder how people reacted to it. I saw Simon loved his set, but you know, Simon loves Solarstone, so makes sense. But I wonder what, like, some other people said? Because I figured that there might be some people who are like, you know, this is not trance. Not fully, but we were there for Ruby. Yeah, exactly, Sveta. I was there when you were there. I'm thinking about Lumi on Saturday. 84, holy shit. 84 euros for one day. What? That means that the State of Trance is cheaper than Lumi. I have not much to say than just yikes. Only for Saturday. Holy fuck. It's not, to be honest, I would love to go to Lumi again, but I'm not gonna pay that for Lumi. That's, as we say, a shit ton of money. Holy fuck. 84 euros for a day. I mean, I know Lumi improved a lot. At least that's what people said. Because Lumi always used to have like shit sound quality, right? And apparently last year it was super good. But yeah, let's wait for ticket swap tickets, because 84 euros is a bit too much. And the drink prices are ridiculous. Yeah, this I heard too. And €5 for a toilet bracelet. Yeah, this is ridiculous. To be honest, this is ridiculous. Especially if you pay 84 euros for a day ticket. Holy fuck. Holy shit. That is insane. Yeah, and it's outdoors, so you're dependent on the weather too. If the weather is shit, then yeah, have fun. Enjoy the Mudfest. But I won't go to Lumi on the first. One thing I like with Lumi is that it's long. Because it's always like 4 days, right? I wish more festivals did this. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because if we're talking about like ASOT being a mini ADE, how cool would it have been if they did that, right? Like proper like 4 or 5 days. Because you know, okay, maybe the boomers are not gonna be too happy for the lack of sleep, but I think that is proper partying. That is when you have something properly special. And this is what I think is Lumi's doing very well. And I wish more festivals did that. Just having a proper, like, week of music, right? Doesn't even need to be a week. Like, yeah, exactly, 4 days, right? Yes, but you could do day stuff during this week. True! So this is what, like, I would love to see with ASOT. 4 days and proper day stuff. ASOT explorations. No way. Okay, Hout. Hout and Sandra. As a Juna fans, right? I can call you a Juna fans. What do you think of all the meditational stuff and mental health stuff that was present at ADE during ASOT? Do you feel this is a bit too much of a takeaway from Anjuna? Or do you feel like, man, this is just like, no, you don't see a correlation? Because I feel like it's a bit taken away too much from Anjuna and ABGT. But I'm an outsider, so I want to know what you guys think. Yeah, they did yoga and meditation at the hotel. So there was. There was like trance yoga. So you could do like the during like, I don't know, a trance break. Ah, okay, just general trance. Because I feel like it's a bit... Like ASOT was like looking at the homework of ADE and at the homework of ABGT, and they were like, write that down. Let's take it. I think if you have to offer something to people staying in the hotel, something to relax and stretch, sounds good. Aha. Yeah, I don't have to see that at ADE. I see it in Ibiza. Yeah, but Ibiza is Ibiza, right? ADE, it makes sense that they don't do it. Because it's not really, it's a conference, right? I think ADE probably has some yoga stuff too, but it's not too much in the headlight, right? It's not a main selling point. But with the day events during ASOT, they really had it like, because they had like certain themes, right? And I think mental health was one of them. So they were like yoga, meditation, this sort of stuff, right? Armin talking about mental health, this sort of stuff, right? We need another ASOT before next year. We need ASOT tours again. Because I know they're doing a stage hosting at Ultra, but we need a proper ASOT abroad again. Because they didn't do this last year. I was even talking at the Discord meetup with a Polish guy, like, ASOT Polska, when? But they need to do it like a proper ASOT hosting. Last year they did London, right? But like something like at like not Western Europe. Like Eastern Europe, USA, Asia. Like how long has it been since they've been in Asia? ASOT Bangkok, that's 2018 I believe, right? That's a while ago. Like, they should do some proper touring again. I mean, Ultra, but Ultra doesn't really count. Because they're there every year. It's just a stage hosting, right? Like, a proper ASOT event abroad, been a while. Like, yeah, London, but... I don't know. London and... Okay, so how I see ASOT ADE or ASOT London, anything within a 1 hour flight of Amsterdam or a 3 hour, 4 hour drive of Amsterdam, I do not count as an abroad hosting. Don't shoot me. Don't kill me for that. But I don't think ADE or London counts as a proper ASOT tour. Don't at me. I think even if they would do it in France, it would not. I would not count it as an ASOT tour. ASOT Madrid is like on the edge, right? It's like, okay, that's far enough from Amsterdam to be counted as like a, you know, a tour, right? Years ago, they did lots of countries. Yeah, they did it in bloody Kazakhstan. I don't see ASOT in Kazakhstan nowadays, right? They did Bangkok, they did Almaty. I mean, yeah, Russia, that's not gonna happen, or Ukraine, that's not gonna happen soon, or at least not this year, right? But why? Where's ASOT? Like, they did it in Cape Town. I remember ASOT Cape Town. I remember ASOT Buenos Aires. Where is this? I mean, you know, it sounds weird from somebody who's privileged to live in Amsterdam and being able to go there. But I think it's kinda, you know, like they used to be like, we bring it to you. Because it was always like, we do it for, they still say it, we do it for the fans, right? But now it feels like, oh, yeah, all the fans just need to come here. Like, how cool would it be if they do a proper tour again? I mean, we had ASOT Mexico, I think, 2 years ago? But how cool would it be if they do it like... Oh. I mean, it is right, Hot. I know it's like, oh, Amsterdam, oh. But it's like, I get to go to parties, right? If you live in Amsterdam or just, okay, the Netherlands in general, we are very privileged, right? We have a lot of good parties here, right? We don't need to travel. We don't, okay, we need to take a train. Wow, right? But, like, people from South America or Asia, they need to do, or even Tex, like from Australia, right? Well, a state of trance, like Sydney or Melbourne, right? Oh, that used to happen in the past. It doesn't happen anymore. Why not? How cool would that be? Like, the theme is bloody destination now, right? The theme is even destination. Come on! Come on! Go have a destination abroad. Go have the destination. Like, destination worldwide. Come on! You can do it! You can do it, ASOT! Like, it even begs for it! Like, a State of Thrones 1000 is over, right? We had, like, the big tour for 500. We didn't have the big tour for 1000, because COVID. You can do it now. You can do it now! Maybe the problem is it's too expensive. Maybe, but if you can do it in London, you can do it in Buenos Aires. I mean, of course, there's of course, there are always underlying reasons, right? But I find it sad that it's not happening. I feel like that because even if you look at, like, you know, like some cities that they hosted it in. I mean, it's never gonna happen, but let's do Yekaterinburg, right? Like, it's never gonna happen nowadays, but it's so cool to think that they did an ASOT there, right? And when you hear the stories of, like, oh, it was like minus 13 outside and people were waiting, like, this is cool. Even I get hyped when thinking about it, right? Or like looking back at ASOT Bangkok, right? When they had to cut down the music because the king was driving by, right? These stories are just so cool. This is what I like about ASOT going abroad. ASOT Mexico City just before ABGT. Exactly. Exactly. Same weekend. Go for it. Nah, no way this is gonna happen. No way this is gonna happen. Especially not during ADE. But yeah. If there's any ASOT promoters watching this, please make it go abroad. Okay, I'm gonna be like those people who are like always in the comments. ASOT Sao Paulo. When? ASOT Buenos Aires. When? ASOT like Poland. When? ASOT China. When? Come on, ASOT Tokyo. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. It can happen. Also, I remember they did broadcasts of every... Okay, to come back to, like, talking about this ASOT, right? This is such a waste they didn't do this, right? Like, no broadcast of every stage. I don't get it. Like, only Area 1 and Area 3. Like, this feels like such a missed opportunity. I mean, of course, I can also nag about the fact that there's no Radio Dome, right? But, okay. I understand that Armin, you know, wants to calm down with the mental health stuff, right? I get this. I get that he doesn't want to be 24/7 in the radio studio, especially now that it's weekend. But the broadcasting of every stage, this feels like such a missed opportunity because they did it in Jaarbeurs. They used to do it. They used to do audio only streams of all the stages, and it's just gone. And I get it that it's probably about this again, right? Because probably too expensive to do it. But it's like, damn, right? Like, ASOT was always the ultra of trance music. It was the start of festival season, and it was like, let's see what all the artists have in store for us for this year, right? Let's check out all the ID music. Let's all check like what they have in store for us, the special guests, the surprises, and this sort of stuff, right? And it still is like that, but with less broadcasts. This is such a like you have to wait for the sets to be published, if they even get published at all, right? And of course, like most artists, they recorded their sets. Like even Majek did, right? But at the same time, it's like they could have just streamed it. Like audio stream. Ahoy, they did the Eurovision there. Don't tell me they don't have the infrastructure for it, because I bet they have it. So, if anybody from ASOT or all of us watching, we want audio streams. Every stage. Area 3, Area 1 having video only, fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But audio streams only for like the smaller stages is like the minimum. For a radio festival. A festival that's based on a radio show. Come on. Come on. Right? They don't broadcast because they want people to buy tickets in the tent. But this is the same thing that we mentioned earlier about like ASOT touring, right? Some people don't have the the luxury to travel there. They don't have the luxury to travel there. Imagine you're from some small village in, let's say, Brazil or Thailand or Indonesia, or even within Europe, you have a low-paying job, right? Like you're working a minimum wage in Greece, right? You're not gonna be able to afford and go to ASOT, even if you have a family, right? Even if you can afford it, but you have a family, right? You have a family to take care of, right? You can't just pack all your family and go to ASOT, or just leave the family behind and go to ASOT, right? There's reasons people can't go to festivals, right? In Congo. Or you live in Congo. This is also a possibility, right? But it's like, not everyone has the luxury of going, right? But some people might still be hyped for artists that do not play Area 1, Area 3. And I know not every festival does a broadcast, right? But A State of Trance is different. They used to do it. It's just a jump backwards to go for like only video streams of 1 and 3. It's just a jump backwards. If they used to do it in the past and they want to remain the status that they have. Because that's how it feels like to me. ASOT is like kind of, like it has a status, right? At least within the trance community, right? Especially now that ABGT chilled down too. Because ABGT is now once every 2 years? It's not every year, right? So it has a status to keep up. So keep that status up. But it's not about the idea anymore. You might be right, to be honest. And this is what I find. I think they just skipped it once. No, they announced that they... Because I know they announced on the radio show that they're now only going to do the big numbers. So like 600, 700, 800. They're not going to do the middle numbers. So it's going to be every other year. Yeah. So it's like they're doing it. So 600 is coming up, if I recall correctly. They will skip 650 and they will go to 700. This is how it's going to look like. But this is why they're leaving a void every single year, right? So ASOT is going to be looked up at even more, right? Because that's the start of the season. That's the start of the trans season. That's going to be there every year. Keep up that status. Also, how I see it. A Juna fan. Ross tells a Juna fan. Sorry, no, not sorry. Fuck my life! Why do I know this? Why do I know this as a non-Anjuna fan? And no, I'm not an Anjuna fan. There's two things you can be sure of me. That I don't like Rotterdam and that I'm not an Anjuna fan. That's two stuff you can be sure of. Okay, end of Ross rant. Now back to the other Ross rant. I just feel like that they leave such a big opportunity here. And because if you're gonna audio stream the other sets, you're gonna make the fans happy. You're gonna like also promote ASOT. Because people who are a fan of, let's say Factor B, right? They're gonna tune in. I mean, most Factor B fans like ASOT too already, right? But especially now that they get all these kind of different artists. Like Eva Vrijdag, Superstrings, RG, 8Ks. And RG 8Ks, they were streamed in Area 3. But let's look at like artists like who are playing Area 4. Like, let me get a quick name. Wait, or Area 2. Like Billy Gillies. Or Solarstone, right? I mean, I know that they're trans names, and most of these people watch ASOT already. And this is probably the reason why they don't stream it. Because it's like, there's nothing to promote ASOT for. Because these people who like these artists, they already like ASOT. But at the same time, you can also think, like, that's how you keep your status up. Right? Because, yeah, like, Lumi is going to broadcast all their stages. So, yeah, there is competition, right? I think Lumi is going to video broadcast all their stages, probably, right? Also, I think they got used to invite Gareth Emery, Ali Villa for him. Yeah, also, this is like, if we talk about lineup, I get that you want to have a new sound. And you want to have diversity. But I feel like they went so much for diversity that it became less diverse. I think it would be cool to have artists like these still there. And personally, I don't care. I don't care about Gareth Emery or Ali and Villa or Marcus Schultz. But I do think it's good for the variety. Right? Because you're gonna please fans that want to see this stuff too. I think this is where they made a big mistake. And this is also one of the reasons why it wasn't sold out this year. Because now you have a very limited amount. You have just the younger people coming for the modern techno stuff. Right? Or like the die-hard ASOT fans. But you're not gonna have the diversity of ASOT. Because I can tell you, there were some names missing this year in the crowd. Some die-hard fans that are always there every year that were not there this year. And I bet you this is one of the main reasons. Exactly, Sveta. And like, maybe for Emery, maybe it was not possible to book him, right? Maybe he was busy with other stuff, which makes total sense, right? There's reasons that are behind the scenes, right? And in the past, these artists used to be booked all the time. So I get that maybe they don't want to book these names again and again. But at the same time, it also makes sense to have something similar to that. And again, personally, I don't give a shit because these are not my names. I mean, Ali Villa I would enjoy, but I don't care about Schultz. I don't care about Emery. Right? But I don't know. Why would you want all the names if you get Nifra? Oops. But okay, even about Nifra you can make the comment. She's releasing a track on Maddox's label, which is techno. So even she went techno. So again, the same thing applies. Where's the diversity? So it's the same. Even for Nifra, the same thing applies. Was just a lack of diversity. Everything was just oof, 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 oof. And actually, the most two diverse artists that were there were Majek and Various. Even Ahmed Helmi went kind of techno at the end of his set. So, like, maybe this is why it was so full for Majek. Because he was the only one who played progressive. But, I don't know. And Kaio and Albert, yeah. I got that. That's not a comment I can say out loud on stream. I already had shit. I don't want to have more shit. Don't get me into trouble. I already had trouble. Don't get me into more trouble. Also, completely no deeper stuff. But that's kind of... But exactly. They had a progressive stage last year with Tim van Werd and stuff, which was deep. They even had Tim van Werd at the breakfast set. How nice would it have been if they had like one day it was like deep stage, and one day it's like they did it with Area 4. Day 1 it was like the old school trance guys, that like the new guys with the old school trance, right? Eva Vrijdag, Superstring, or like Nina with the die hard, like the super hard techno. And then on day 2 they had more the trancier names at Area 4. But even they played techno, which made the whole point of the diversity on stage 4 not so diverse. I'm responsible for my comments. This is true, Akata. This is true. This is true. I was just joking. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just don't read it loud. Exactly. They need a state of deep stage. But to be honest, this is where, again, like the idea of a pre-party would be nice. How cool would it be if they just had a Masilo, right? Which is close to Ahoy. It's like 2 metro stops away. I think you can even walk it to Ahoy from the Masilo. How cool would it be if they just had like a progressive pre-party there? Mad Fax, Tim van Werd, like Aname, who was playing now on like the Hellsloat, right? I mean, Hellsloat was there. But like, you know, you have more the progressive party to get into the mood. Estiva, exactly. Right? This would be cool. Right? Like, people would know what they were going into. And they would still have a state of progressive. Which fits perfectly for a pre-party. Right? Hey, Alda, take notes. Take notes. Take notes. He can message. I'm again not gonna say that out loud. Because I don't think a lot of people are aware of this shit I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna mention this shit out loud anyway. So... not gonna continue on this topic. But yeah. And on one hand, I'm gonna say, because all the ideas I have here for ASOT. I know a lot of it is like my personal bias too, and you know, hard to do in practice, right? There's limited space, there's limited budget. You can't do everything. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, would have been nice if they went that extra part, right? And created that diversity. Because this is what we all love ASOT for, the diversity, right? I used to love that in Utrecht, because it didn't happen this year, that the die-hard uplifting fans that always go to Lumi and like, you know, like the super uplifting stuff, you would see them at ASOT. You would see them at ASOT, and you know they would just be at like 138 all the time. But you would see them, you would run into them, but you would also run into the diehard Armin fans who are always at Armin set, right? But you would also run into the progressive heads, right? You had the diversity, and I feel like with Rotterdam, they kind of, I mean, you can see that they tried, just it didn't work out in practice. Because all those artists that normally are like doing different styles, they also went to techno. So it really became just kind of one certain sound with just a couple of artists doing different stuff. You should send your report to Alda and they will take notes, hopefully. I don't think they will, to be honest. I mean, maybe they will, because we saw what like happened with the Discord mod chat, where, you know, they asked for ideas about the day events. And again, I don't want to say that it was it was my idea and they took it, or something, right? Because maybe the idea was already there. It was just confirmation for, hey, like, let's go for an ADE kind of style event. So I do think they take notes, right? So maybe it would be nice to do, but at one hand, if I come with a full report and it's just me who says it, I don't know if they would go for that. One thing I will mention, by the way, because I'm talking a lot of shit, but I will say that in general, I feel like they did a good job this year, especially compared to last year. Also, especially with the like venue change, because this is not an easy thing. If you do a certain show for years at a certain venue and you go to a different venue, I know it's not easy. Like, there's a lot of hiccups and problems that come with that. So I will like applaud that. I think they did a super good job when it comes to that. Just, I feel like they can do better. And this is why it needs to be mentioned, right? I just look at the timetables for ASOT 900 and 950. It's so different. This is absolutely true. This is absolutely true. There's a lot of difference. C-System set was amazing. I heard a bit of it when I walked by. I'm so gonna listen to it later on. Because the C-System guys in general are super friendly. Because they're also always active in like Armin's Discord. They were actually at the Discord meetup too, which was kind of cool. I think that's the only like ASOT artist, like an artist actually played ASOT that went there. For the first time in the new venue, it was pretty good. Exactly, I agree. This I definitely agree with. And look at Area 3. I can't get over how cool Area 3 was, right? This was such a sick stage. Like, absolutely blew my mind, right? I hope they don't touch it. Like, this is like one thing I'm like, don't change it. Leave it. Next year, I want to see... This is a stage design I want to see back next year. Like, the whole Printworks vibe, mwah, mwah, perfect, absolutely amazing. Don't touch Area 3. Just with the flow of people, just work on that. But the stage itself, don't touch it. It was awesome. It was bloody awesome. Don't change it. So yeah, I will say, like, you know, because all the shit talking aside, there's some stuff I mentioned it, but there's some stuff that they did amazing too. Don't want to be like Mr. Negative, you know, that's like, oh, everything is shit. Oh, it's in Rotterdam, so it's shit. Once they send form to review, mention it. I will. One thing, by the way, just to come back to it. Because last year I did the form and I mentioned some stuff, right? And I do feel they took this into account. I'm not sure if they actually read it, right? But there was no weird sponsor this year. Like, maybe that's just because they didn't sponsor it. But last year, I was kind of upset with the Heineken sponsor, with the war in Ukraine and this sort of stuff. And Heineken still doing business in Russia. And I had a whole rant about this, right? But it feels like they didn't go for this year. And maybe this is one of the reasons that they don't want to go with brands that could be doing something sketchy. I know some people were upset with the other girl who won the DJ contest because she was from Israel, right? So some people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna boycott ASOT because Israeli." But so of course I'm sure there are some people who can have a comment about this, right? But I do feel like, at least with the sponsored secret stage with a brand that could have some weird history behind it, I feel like, did they have sponsors years before? No. Because the secret stage was a thing they only did last year, right? I'm not sure if Heineken was a sponsor this year. Because it could also be that Heineken sponsors Jaarbeurs and ASOT, and they sponsor Jaarbeurs, and because of that they sponsored ASOT. It could be a one-off thing that they just did it because, Heineken Silver was a new brand and they wanted to promote that, right? So I don't know if they actually looked at the forum and they took it into account, but I like to hope they did. The only sponsor I saw was Rotterdam uit agenda. I think on flags near it. Yeah, only Rotterdam uit agenda. Like some city promotional city sponsors. But this is fine. But this is fine. I think this is why they had such a big presence in Rotterdam in general, right? I think this is great. This is great. Because this made the event more special. This is a sponsor. I'm like, yeah, this is a good sponsor, right? Because no way they paid for the Cube. And Rotterdam Centraal. Like that was for sure Rotterdam uit agenda. Right? Same for the flags. I don't think they just threw budget at this. Like, oh yeah, sure, let's put some flags down for fun. Haha. No, this is for sure the sponsor. And this is sponsor, I'm like, yeah, this is great. This is great. Because it makes the festival feel more special. And it's kind of free promotion for the festival too, right? I think this is great. I will say though, this is just speculation, right? I'm not for sure if they, maybe they did pay for the Cube themselves. Maybe they did pay for the flags themselves. Who knows? I don't know, right? But this is just what I think might be the case. But who am I, right? I'm just a guy on Twitch with not even 500 followers. So who am I, right? But I don't know. I just like to hope, if we get back to the forum, I hope they actually decide to read it. They do read it and they do take it into account. But yeah, you can be for sure that I'm going to write an essay. Maybe they're going to be like, oh, TLDR, let's not start this. But I will mention the flow of people, right? Also, tips and tops, right? Top, nice stage design at Area 3, right? Area 3 was super nice. The stage design of Area 4, blah, blah, blah. And top, tips, right? Flow of people. Area 1, more love and, care for that, right? You bet there's gonna be an essay. Maybe I should just send a link to this whole VOD. Hey, ASOT, you have a year to prepare. Here's a 3-hour-long stream to go through with a bunch of tips. Enjoy. I wonder if they would check it. I don't think they would. So speaking of 3 hours, I think it's time to call it a day, because it's 9:30. I'm being loud, and I didn't have dinner yet, so I think it's time to call it a day. So chat, if you have anybody who we should raid, let me know. And while waiting who to raid, thank you guys so much for joining and hearing me rant, because I know it can be like, oh fuck, is it guys still talking? Rovaniemi pre-chat. Maybe. So yeah, I will just mention, I'm going to Rovaniemi on Thursday. We should raid ASOT. Maybe. Ruben is not doing an OTC in Poland, Chris. He's doing it in Czech Republic. Prague is in Czech Republic, not in Polska. Just so you know. I mean, would be great if he did one in Polska, but especially seeing it's gonna be done in Prague, I don't think Polska is gonna happen this year. I don't think that's gonna happen this year. But so yeah, I'm going to Rovaniemi on Thursday with Agatha. I'm gonna see Agatha finally. Yes! Like, haven't seen her in 2 months. So you have no idea how hyped I am. I was hyped for ASOT. But after that, I was hyped to see Agatha. And now that the ASOT hype is gone, I can fully hyped to see Agatha. Like, I'm obviously hyped for Rovaniemi too, but I'm so hyped to just see Agatha again. Because I'm not gonna lie. Cuties. Okay, this is gonna be cheesy as fuck, but I've been missing her a lot, so I'm so hyped to see her again. Are you two doing dog sledding? Like, are you two doing dog sledding? You have no idea how pricey dog sledding is. 10 minutes is 50 euros for one person. So unless I somehow win the lottery before Thursday, I probably won't do dog sledding. I would love to do it, but my wallet is gonna like just not be happy with that. But I would love to do it. I would love to do it. So yeah, on Thursday I'm gonna head to Gdansk first, spend a couple of hours in Gdansk, meet up with Agatka. Then we're gonna take a flight to Turku, which is West Finland, Southwest Finland. And then we're gonna take the night train all the way up to Rovaniemi, which is gonna be cool as fuck. And we're already planning, because it's gonna be on the same time as Majek, his guest mix for A State of Trance. So on the train, we're gonna be listening to Majek's set, which is gonna be great. So, if you guys haven't yet, put it in your agenda. Watch ASOT this Thursday. You don't want to miss it. Hour number 2, guest mix by Majek, which is gonna be great. I haven't seen it myself, but I can tell you it's gonna be great. We will wait for yes. We're gonna be high. We're gonna be waving. Gonna be waving. Gonna be great. Also, something else I want to mention. If we're talking about webcams and being live in real life locations, as you guys know, I've got a new phone. That means that my battery doesn't die from just doing simple stuff. That means I can properly charge again with a power bank. Which means, if you guys haven't figured it out yet by now, I can do IRL streams again. And it's been really long since I've done one. Like, really, really long. 2019 was the last one, if I recall correctly. But I really want to do IRL streams again. I really, really want to go out there again and walk like an idiot, showing off stuff, talking about stuff. And I'm actually genuinely hyped to do that. So, IRL, where R means Rovaniemi. No, I'm not gonna IRL stream in Rovaniemi. Because, you know, I still have like limited data in Europe. So I'm like, in Holland I have data, like unlimited data. But once I'm away from Holland, it's limited data. So unless I want to go broke, or we're gonna have to do like, you know, like MB subathon, right? Like, if you sub, it's gonna add 1 MB or something stupid like that, right? Like, you want me to stream more? Give me donos. I don't want to become a shithead like that, so I'm not gonna be streaming from Rovaniemi. So, but you bet I'm gonna be streaming my ass off. I'm gonna be doing IRL streams here in Holland as soon as weather gets good. I'll be doing one in Amsterdam again. Maybe I'll do one in, like, Den Haag. Maybe I'll do one in Rotterdam. Maybe for TwitchCon? Maybe that would be cool. Right? Right before TwitchCon. But hey, that's something for a topic for another day. I'll discuss that more in my Discord. So if you haven't yet, !Discord. Join the Discord where I mention these kind of ideas and pitch them. See when people are available. So, but you bet you can look forward for IRL streams again. Cause I that's gonna be great clip material. Where's Nightbot? Did I ban Nightbot or what? Is Nightbot banned or what? No, Nightbot is not banned. I don't get it. Okay, I need to check later on. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. I didn't see any raid suggestions other than ASOT, so I figure we're gonna go to ASOT. That's gonna be a weird raid, but sure. Let's raid ASOT. Unless somebody... Yo, Chris! Thank you for the resub. Raid to Sova. Is Velvet live? Or Velvet. Is Rexco live? Is Rexco live? Let me check. Is Rexco live? That is a given. We're gonna raid Rexco, of course. That's a given. Yes, Velvet is live. Fuck my life. Here you go. Let's raid Rexco. That's a given. I'm not gonna raid bloody ASOT. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna put VOD on as soon as I said hi at Rexco's. Also, say hi to Rexco because I'm gonna be cooking. I'm gonna put it on in the background, but I won't be too active in chat. Tell her hi. Enjoy her. Spam her chat with hey hoes, please. And thank you guys so much for joining. Also, shout out to Majak. Once again for like doing an awesome set at ASOT. And he's probably gonna do a just chatting stream next week. So be sure to have a look out for that. So if you haven't yet, go follow Majak. I will say hi myself, don't worry. But you guys say hi too. I will say hi if you guys say hi. Don't worry, I'll be in chat for a bit. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. Have a good evening. Enjoy Rexco set. And catch you guys all later. Bye. Doei. Pa. Cześć. Doei. Pa. Bye. Doei.